Chapter 417. A Family of Bears. It starts in the living room on the sofa. We were watching TV and playing cards. Captain America. So this Sartorius person was going to use the light of destruction to destroy the universe? Jaden, that's right. Good thing JD arrived in Dual Academy to arrest Crowley or we would have never been aware of it. Cirrus, can you imagine what would have happened if JD hadn't informed us about Sartorius? Mindy, I think he might have actually gone with his plan to brainwash everyone. Chaz, he probably would have gone after me first. Bastion, Shepard most likely would have started another tournament if that happened. Alexis, well, let's not think about what might have happened. Besides, Sartorius is dead anyway. He can't hurt anyone anymore. Me, yet. Had we not stopped him, he would have ultimately destroyed the entire universe. Lincoln, it was horrible what he did. Lainey, it sure was. Maria, and now he's in the darkness of hell for all eternity. Me, yep. Natalie, I have a dark secret I never told you about. Lincoln, what's wrong, Natalie? Natalie always had a headband on, and when she took it off she revealed a sun-shaped scar right in the middle of her forehead. Me, whoa. Lincoln, that's a nasty scar. Lainey, how did you get that? Natalie, when I was born I was kidnapped by a cult that worshipped the sun and they branded me with this symbol in the middle of my forehead. Me, that's terrible. Lori, it sure is. And they literally gave you that scar as a baby? That's bad. Natalie, yeah. Dad killed the cult in the future. Me, I'm glad I did. Isabel, I have a secret too. Isabel lifted up her shirt and on her back was a long scar that went all the way from her lower back to her lower neck. Me, boo. Lincoln, geez. What happened to your back, Isabel? Isabel, I had a nasty bacterial infection that was destroying my spine. When I was 13 I had a nasty and aggressive bacterial infection that was destroying my spine. The doctors had no choice but to replace my whole spine and the pain it had was excruciating. It felt like they were tearing my organs out. They replaced my spine with a cybernetically enhanced version of it. Lola, boo. That must have really hurt. Lana, yeah, that must have really been painful. Isabel, for me painful is an understatement. Pulls out a photo. Here's what my spine looked like when the doctors removed it. The photo showed Isabel's spine and it was all black, rotten, and gangrenous and it looked like something that was pulled out of a rotten corpse. Lana, that is disgusting. Lola, no kidding Lana. Isabel, that is awful. Lori, no kidding. That is literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Me, that is horrible. Isabel, yeah. The doctors diagnosed me with gangrenous necrotizing osteomyelitis, an extremely rare and potentially fatal bacterial infection that destroys the spinal column. Only 1 in 840 million people get it. Lucy, gasp. That's horrible. Lisa, a medical disease like that is highly possible. But because of its rare incidence rate, us finding a cure for it without the removal of the spinal vertebrae is highly unlikely. Isabel, that's right Lisa. The reason for that is because the bacteria that it's caused by is immune to all antibiotics. That's what makes it potentially fatal. Lincoln, what kind of bacteria causes it? Isabel, believe it or not it's the same bacteria that causes tuberculosis. But it's fully immune to antibiotics. It's what doctors call a superbacteria. But because it's so rare hardly any cases of it have been reported around the world. Lainey, that's awful Isabel. Lana, is this disease contagious? Isabel, yes, but it can only be transferred through the mouth. Me, whoa. That's awful. Spider-Man, yet Isabel. You've essentially been through a war. Isabel, I know. But my story does not end there. The new spine I got enhanced my strength, reflexes, and speed by 300 times and I had to get used to it after I recovered. While I rested during my recovery, I had a vision and I saw the spirits of the animals and all that they represent, and it was an amazing thing. I saw a wolf and it came to me. When I woke up, I had this really cool ring on my middle finger and it had the wolf in it. That's how I became the shaman of my family. I have this amazing power that lets me know what everyone's spirit animal is. Me? That's incredible. Lainey? Yeah. What's my spirit animal? Isabel, your spirit animal Lainey is the deer for gentleness, understanding, and a need to not push others into change and nudge others in the right direction. Isabel sent blue dust and formed a ring on Lainey's right middle finger and it had a brown gem with a deer on it. Lainey, wow. Lola, Lainey, that is a beautiful ring. Lana, it sure is. Lainey, it's amazing. Captain America, yeah, to Maria, it was amazing that you got cured right before your former meta-breed teammates were defeated. Francis, I honestly didn't expect that as well. As for me, I was defeated by Lola and Talia. Teresa and JD managed to cure me after a brief fight. Captain America, what about the rest of your former allies? Rubber Band Man, well, JD defeated my brother Eben, Flamebird took out Puff, Static took down Conger, Gear knocked out Ferret, and I helped Linka and Lincoln take down Hyde and Tantrum. Replay was knocked out way before the fight even started. Captain America, I wonder why Eben didn't ally himself with Magneto. Maria, I'm wondering that myself. Now that I think about it, Eben and Magneto are both similar in many ways. Then we heard pecking on the window. We saw a crow pecking and Lainey went over. Lainey, what's wrong? Crow, there's a disturbance over in the far north near Nunavut Bay, Canada. Lainey, what kind of disturbance? Crow, a magical disturbance. It involves two bears named Kenai and Nika. Lainey, we better check it out. Maria, Lincoln, Lana, Shannon, we better go. Shannon, right. Let's go, guys. They packed their fur parkas and set out for Nunavut, Canada. It was in a forest inside the Arctic Circle. Shannon, Lainey, Lana, Maria, and Lincoln were over Nunavut, Canada, and they were in a forested area. The crow was leading them. They saw three bears up ahead and it was awesome seeing them. They landed and they were introduced to Kenai, Nika, and Koda. Shannon, it's a pleasure to meet all three of you. Kenai, same here Shannon. We heard so much about your achievements throughout the world. Shannon, we get that all the time. Lainey, how did you two get turned into bears? Kenai, my transformation was an accident. After the death of my brother Sitka, I was turned into a bear by the lights that touch the mountains. Lana, you mean like the northern lights? Kenai, that's right. Maria, that's awesome. Lincoln, that is so cool. Shannon, it sure is. Nita, weren't you scared when you saw that Kenai was a bear? Nita, I was at first but I accepted it quickly. Maria, that's amazing. Lincoln, yeah. Lana, love works in mysterious ways as they say. Koda, that's true Lana. Lainey, don't you guys miss being human? Kenai, yes. I do miss being human. Nita, me too. Shannon, I know. How about I give you both the ability to transform back and forth at will? Kenai, you can do that Shannon? Shannon, I sure can. My powers allow me to do anything like my father. Lainey, it's true. Nita, it would be nice to be human again. Shannon, would you also like the power to talk to animals too? Kenai, that would be great. Shannon, okay. Lincoln, girls, you better cover your eyes. Lincoln, right. Lainey, you got it. They did so. Shannon, here we go. Snaps fingers. Nita and Kenai roared in pain as they began to change. First, their heads reverted back to its human shape. Then their paws turned back into hands and feet. Next, their fur disappeared as it was replaced by skin. Finally, they regained her black hair. Kenai and Nita smiled as she happily stood up. But then, they realized she wasn't wearing any clothes. Nita covers her personal areas. Oops. I better find some clothes. Kenai, same here. Maria, how do you feel, Nita? Nita, well, I'm happy that I'm human again. But we need us. I'm kind of embarrassed. Kenai, same here. Maria, no problem. Maria pulled out a robe for both of them and they put them on. Shannon, okay, you guys can look now. Coda, so how does it feel to be human again, Kenai? Kenai, it's amazing, Coda. With our new powers we can help people and animals alike. Lainey, now you are talking. Kenai and Nita were at the estate and they were given new clothes by Lenny. Nita got red and green summer clothes and Kenai got blue and dark blue clothes. Kenai, I look awesome. Thanks for the clothes, Lenny. Lenny, you're totes welcome, Kenai. I figured blue would suit you better. Nita, and red and green are perfect for me. Me, Lenny is the fashion master of the Loud siblings. She has a wide extensive knowledge of all kinds of clothes. Nita, that is so amazing. Coda was being loved by everyone and more. After which we decided to build a special yurt in the backyard near Lincoln's treehouse for them. The end. Another fanfiction complete. Nico-chan 11 gave me the idea for this chapter. Thanks man as usual. I love the Brother Bear movies. They were awesome. I love the song on that movie by Phil Collins, On My Way. That's one of my favorites. It was a success back in 2003. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.